Drew Pritchard's antique showroom in North Wales, and it's all go. As it's the school holidays, he's teaching daughter Grace the ropes.
So there you go, your first listing online ever.
I feel like I should take a picture.
Rebecca gets a call from a country house which has recently been renovated. So with the prospect of leftover original items, Drew has to drop everything and make this trip a priority. Sidekick T is going with him. It's an easy journey, only 125 miles east to just outside the market town of Rugeley, near Lichfield in Staffordshire.
We're in the Midlands.
We're off to see...
The Wizard?
No, we're off to see a chap called Nigel.
Hello, I'm Nigel Wharton and we're here at Hawksyard Estate. Drew, I think he would be interested in some old furniture. We've got some old chairs which came out of the building, and I believe he likes window frames.
Nestling in over 200 acres of Staffordshire countryside, Hawksyard Hall is a fine example of a Georgian Grade II listed house. The estate's history can be traced back to 1270, when local gentry used the land for hunting.
It is a building that was partially built by the Spode family.
Oh, right.
Heard of Spode pottery?
So is it quite fragile then? Is it made of porcelain? No?
No, it wasn't built from... It was built from the money they made from making
not
things.
out of Spode?
No.
It's not in the style of?
No.
Okay.
No. Always a wealth of architectural detail in these places. They have a lot of it lying around. Well, this is the place. Look, it's immaculate, isn't it?
Lovely.
He's been doing some renovation work and says he might have the odd piece for us. Oh, interesting house. Nigel.
Good morning.
Drew, nice to meet you. How you
I'm
doing?
Nigel.
Hi, Nigel. I'm T.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Welcome to Hawksyard.
No, thank you, thank you. Spectacular buildings. Amazing looking. It's like Gothic crossed with Arabic sort of looking building.
Yeah, no, it's very unusual.
Yeah, you certainly can't ignore it, can you?
No.
It's unusual to come across houses of this style, but not around the Birmingham area. There's a lot of them because there was a huge amount of craftsmen here. They called Birmingham the workshop of the world, and it was because the best stuff, brasswork, stained glass, stonework, ironwork was done here. All right to have a quick look around the front of the house?
Yes, by all
I'd
means.
love to, personally.
No.
That's really good.
Wasn't expecting that when we come through.
Yeah. Oh, look at this ceiling. Look at that.
This is licensed for civil ceremonies. This is...
Oh, it's a spectacular place to get married, isn't it?
It's lovely. Do you have uncivil ceremonies here as well?
Yes, yes. We do lots of things.
Do you take this from? No, never.
Anything that requires a room. And a nice view.
It's stunning.
I love all this stuff. You know, you have to really to be in our job. You have to be passionate about it.
Tour over and time to get down to business. The outhouse is full of discarded items from the estate. Drew hopes there will be rich pickings.
Ah, OK.
Here we go.
Oh, this looks like my sort of place.
Unkempt.
Unkept is what I like. I like unkept. Ah, now, that. Where'd you get this from? Does this come out of the building?
Yes, it was... well, obviously it's come off the site somewhere. It's a lead window, isn't it?
It's not lead, it's copper. Really beautifully made, actually, that. Pig to restore, still really nice. Great feature window.
Taken from the estate, this window frame is made of copper, which is light and durable. Originally, it would have been able to swivel. Restored, frames like this can go for around £250.
Well, that's of interest. That's of interest. Is this something that's for sale?
Yes.
What would you want for it?
I've no idea.
It's a difficult one because the amount of restoration work it's going to take to put it right is huge. I should imagine it's in here because it was so expensive to restore. I can fix this, but it's a big job, to be honest, to put this right again. And I think it would command some decent money once done, but this is a real big job because of the manufacturing method of it, where it's being made. But I think, looking at it, I would say, in perfect condition, it'd probably be a couple of £100. In this state, I think it's a sort of £50 job, to be honest with you. I don't see it as much more than that, purely because of the amount of work it's going to take to put it right.
Yes.
Yeah, just what I'm saying.
Yes, I can appreciate the work in it.
It's just the amount of work, really, because I can't really sell it as it is. I could maybe knock the glass out and then tack these back up again.
But
and
as
sell
my
it like
father would say, if you had to make one, it's hell of a start.
Can I have that? I'll have that, thank you. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
means, so by that means you want some more money for
Well,
it, 50
if I
quid.
could a little bit stronger.
A little bit stronger. I think I'd go to, if we went to sort of £75 on that, I'll take a chance on it, because I've got a feel it's going to be something that's going to hang around. I can't sell it straight away. I'm always after things I can move on immediately, and with that I can't. And I've got a lot of projects.
It's lain here for 10 or 13 years, as I know, so we don't know where it come from. So, no, I'd be happy with that.
Great, deal.
Thank you very much.
We'll, that'll go to a good home eventually.
Yeah, no.
It'll go to somebody who needs it eventually, but it's just finding that person.
Go to a bad home first with him,
and then a good
and then he'll find a good home for it.
These things here as well. These are interesting. These are gas-fired rads, aren't they?
Yes.
Sometimes people call them steam rads. But I always try and avoid radiators for the obvious reason that they're really big and heavy, and there's loads of lads who have just specialised in them and do super jobs on them.
Old radiators like these are highly desirable. Unrestored, they're worth around £80, but restored and in working order, they could fetch around £300 each.
I can sell these to a mate of mine who specialises in radiators, but I know they're harder to convert than normal radiators. I've had to convert one once, and it was a bit of a pig. What would you want for those?
No idea.
I think we'd be taking a bit of a chance on these, because they have been outside and they clearly need a lot of work. I don't know. What am I going to get from... I'm thinking sort of 40 quid each, to be honest with you.
I've got 50 in mind, but...
Had you? Oh, I've got 35. I went up to 40 out of the goodness of my heart.
No, I think 40 would be fine.
I think that's about...
Yeah.
Then I can sort of make a quid by just turning them over. 80 quid, we'll have them.
Thank you very much.
Marvellous.
I can't pay any more for them. He's happy to get that. He's never going to use them again. So £80 for a pair of those, and we will just trade them straight out. As they are, they're going to be sold. When we came in, I did spot something else just in the entranceway here that I like the look of as well. This old desk chair. I quite like that. It's got a good look about it. I like this back panel particularly. Just needs a
little bit of tender loving care, a little bit of restoration.
It needs tightening up, but it's all there.
Yes.
You know, it's still it's really nicely made actually.
How old would that be?
About 1920, this one. But no, look at the work underneath it. You see, it's oak. It's really honest. You know?
Yeah, no, it's.
These are nice. Yeah, aren't they? They make it. I think without those, it would look a little plain. But it's unusual to have that very, very high back. Really big, wide seat. Nice arms.
The modern desk chair dates back to the Victorian era, when employers began to improve working conditions in offices. This swivel chair could fetch up to £400.
So, would you let that go?
Yes. Well, yeah, you got to try and send them. I
Well,
did sit in it earlier, and I've been quite attached to it. Actually, it's quite comfortable.
Oh, yeah? This is Nigel trying to make it worth more money. I really like it. I don't really want to sell it.
Already.
Yeah, I really like it. That's why I've left it in the shed for the last 10 years. Yeah. It needs a lot, as you can see. Right. It's an easy one for me to price this. This is a 50 quid chair tops. That's it. I wouldn't pay any more for it in this condition. If it was in really good condition, we'd probably pay about 120, 140. But I'm going to have to spend the difference of what I've offered you to what it would be worth fixing it. So that's what it needs. Great looking chair, but it needs a bit doing.
I just feels I might want to go out and buy one after I let it go. That's what I'm thinking.
We could buy a nice modern one for 65 quid. So if I gave you 65 quid, I'll get this old one and get it restored, and you can have a nice new one. How's that?
Done.
Lovely. Cool. So yeah, happy with that. Right, let's go and get the van, get loads of that.
What happens a lot when we pull something out and show any interest in it, the person who owns it goes, well, actually, I really like it. And that does happen, and it's difficult. But I was determined to buy the chair.
No, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for letting us on the estate. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Nigel. Lovely to meet you.
And I might pop and see you. And I'll look on your website.
I've got some nice things for your house.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Cheers
you.
again.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Finding that oak chair, to be honest with you, was a bit of a bonus.
I liked your sales pitch.
Every now and again, you've got to turn it on.
If I give you £65, you can go and buy a brand new one. Yeah. But he actually wanted that one.
I know, but I want that one more, and we've got the capability to put it right, you see. We're going to be able to restore that.
He might want to be first dibs on that.
It's fine, I'll happily sell it back to him, a little bit of profit once it's done. Happy.
After a successful trip, Drew and T arrived back in North Wales to show their treasures to the team.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello.
How'd it go?
Good. Got some good stuff.
Oh la la.
It was, what did I pay for him? 65 quid.
Yeah.
I went to buy it, and then all of a sudden he fell back in love with it.
Great price.
Great price. Look at it when it's done.
I like this.
Yeah, that's what
really
makes it.
unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, it almost looks American to me. What do you think of these? Gas-powered radiators.
Very
It's all right.
ornate.
Yeah, they're right. We might be able to
ornate.
double our money on them, so we'll sell them as they are.
Beautiful.
It's lovely, isn't it? Needs loads of work.
No.
Loads of
Don't
work.
lie.
Look,
A couple of cracks.
that's the only pain, that bit missing.
There's no pains at all.
So plenty of work to keep restorer Gavin busy. Today, Drew's taking up another offer he needs to respond to quickly. This time from an antiques dealer who says he has some things that Drew might like. He needs to clear his stock quickly, so Drew has to act fast. He and T drive just over 100 miles northeast to Blackburn in Lancashire.
We've come to see a guy called Stephen, who runs Oaks & Son Antique Furniture.
Well, I do know that Drew likes the weird and the wacky, really, so I've got a little bit of stuff I think he'll like.
Always worth a call, because he's constantly got stuff coming through the door.
So we could be on for anything today, then.
Today is one of those days, anything, because as we're arriving, he's going to be buying stuff. He'll have bought stuff this morning, he'll have bought stuff last night.
And also, did you notice the number of the road we came in?
No?
The A666.
The Devil's Highway.
Yeah. And you know what 25.8 is, don't you?
No?
It's the square root of all evil.
What are you talking about?
Or roughly the square root of all evil.
Are you having a breakdown?
Yes. Which makes a change from the van having a breakdown, doesn't it? Oh, here we are.
Here we go. Great, cracking little warehouse.
Oh, yeah, looks really good.
Oh, hi, Drew.
Stephen, hi.
Nice to
How
see
you
you.
doing?
Hi,
Stephen.
Hi, nice to see you. Yeah.
We're in the area, thought we'd call in. You've always got stuff coming through.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you had anything new in today or recently that might be me.
There's quite a lot of interesting stuff in, yeah. What do you want? Do you want me to show you, or do you
Yeah,
want
just show us through the warehouse if you
Come
could,
on, yeah.
please.
Rather you than me. There's not room for both of us. You have a look round.
If I just see anything, I'll shout out and...
With barely a foot in the door, something immediately catches Drew's eagle eye.
All notice boards. One's not got a glass in, but that's the one at the back.
Not sure about these. I think they're nearly there.
These display cabinets were used as notice boards outside churches, town halls and schools. They would have featured local announcements or timetables. They could sell for around £50 each.
I do the 4 for 100.
And 25 quid each. 25. I don't know. They've got something about them, haven't they?
I wouldn't know what you do with them, to be honest with you, in your house.
Put things in them. Hang them on the wall.
You got a fridge for that?
No, you put stuff on
Use
them.
them as like photographs, got your family photographs.
Yeah, you can do all
in
sorts with them, but there's also a school of thought now that people are liking to buy them with all this stuff in as well.
Oh, right.
So that like little snapshots of history as well, you see. Particularly that one there. I think I'd go for them if they were 20 quid each. I think I'd probably go for them. I'll take the 4.
That's including the one without the glass?
Even without the glass.
OK, that's
Deal?
done. Deal.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll have those. They're funky, aren't they? See it? So the old glass, there's a bit of movement in it. With a clean-up, we're definitely going to be able to double our money, if not a little bit more for them, because they've just got a good feeling. That's all. That's it. And sometimes that's enough to make me buy something.
So far, so good. Now up another floor, and true to form, Drew hones in on something he likes.
Just like me. So I've got any age to it, hasn't it?
Yes, what is it, 50s, 60s?
Yeah.
Industrial retro.
Yeah, it's a really basic one, isn't it? Like the work lights. I've never seen one so basic. Ooh. Feels like me this morning. It's really basic, but maybe that's all right.
Given the size of the high-powered light bulb, this lamp was probably from a photographer's studio. Restored to working order, it could sell for around £90.
How much is that?
25.
25 quid. OK. All rubber, smash-proof. I like that. Anyway, yeah, we'll have it. Thank you.
OK, cheers. Thanks.
Lovely. After years and years of doing this, you're able to walk into yards and be thousands of things, and you're able to quickly see what you want. Chapel chairs. Always buy for yourself a few of those. What's that lamp there?
Yeah, no voice.
That's quite different again, isn't it? Ollie has a problem restoring some of these sometimes, but that one might be all right. They'd come off lathes, some of them.
Yeah.
So they were, you know, they'd be positioned over a lathe when they were working, but it's quite a decent shape, I think.
A machinist lamp like this would have been fitted to every lathe in a factory. The multiple joints and robust design allowed the worker to adjust it easily wearing gloves. In working order, it could sell for around £150.
That was, how much is that?
35.
35 quid. Could I try and knock a bit off? Could I do 25? Or is that too much off it?
I'm just trying. I'd do 30. I think I give 25 for
Did you?
it, to be honest. Yeah.
OK, fine, don't want it. 30.
Cheers.
Love it. Thank you. Hope you're remembering all this.
I am.
So do I.
You paid 20p for the thing downstairs.
That's not right.
That's right.
Yeah. Does that sound right to you, Stephen?
That was it. Cool. All right. Yeah, no, we'll have that tea.
Great.
There you go, on the pile.
In the pile.
Which we're developing.
I'll leave it here and I'll come back and get it when I get the other one.
At least you've not bought anything heavy yet.
No, not yet. We will.
Normally.
We've got a tail lift on the van. We're
Yeah.
fine. We can buy all sorts.
And then he complains about how I've got to carry it for him.
Yeah. Well, I've got a bad back, so I'm always.
Is that
Have you got a bad back?
Well, it comes with the job,
There
I
you
think,
go.
doesn't
There
it?
you go. It's
Especially when you get over 40.
Well, I think mine kicked in 40. Click. That was it. I tell you what, I do like that. I like the sign. It's a bit rotten, but it's still.
It's Horwich Industrial they made a lot of railway engines and carriages.
Yeah. It's the word industrial, actually, that I like. It's all right, actually. The conditions.
You could
are
trim
a
it and
bit rough.
reframe it.
Yeah, you'd have to get all that. What's the remainder of that frame that's on it off?
Horwich, near Bolton, is famous for building steam trains. This sign would have been placed over the entrance to the factory site and, restored, could sell for £600.
How much is it anyway?
Quite like that. I'd take 200 for it. It's carved.
Oh, true. I know it's carved and gilded, and then
Yeah.
what would have been over the top of that, you see, is a piece of glass. Have you had it a long time?
Yeah, I've not wanted to sell it really, so.
Really? 200 quid. Kind of a cheeky and offer you 180.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. There you go.
We're on a roll.
Right, you can run up there and get that down now.
Well, no, that was. Do you sell ladders?
Yeah.
That's the piece I'm looking for. It's got, you know, that mix of heavy industry and the beauty of the things that were made in the Victorian era, all mixed up in one sign. A very, very good item.
Interesting shape, Drew.
Yeah, sort of British Art Deco cloud type shape there. Sunburst door.
People painting them and doing stuff like that.
This
I mean,
looks
it's not
good.
dear, it's like 100
This-
quid, that's.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, it's not a lot of
No,
money.
it's not full.
But this is really in. There's a lot of, like, 17 to 25-year-olds buying this sort of stuff. This sort of real retro stuff. They are buying this as well.
Because that is a 50s one rather than a 30s one, so proper retro, really.
Right.
Cool. Nothing
It
else
is.
in here.
Nice
What
shop.
else have we got? We've got some.
Well, you've got the
bits of
containers and a couple of little rooms outside.
Let's go and have a look at those. Yeah, please. That's the cell door.
Yeah. It's off an old Victorian police house.
That's not too bad. I had one. It's got steel on the front there. I had one of these. I had a few of them, actually. This one's better than the ones I've had. Much earlier. You've got all the bits for it as well?
Yeah, I've got the... That's where the food used to go in, I think.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Yeah.
they go in front there, yeah.
So that's the... Is this the inside?
No, that's the outside.
Oh, yeah.
That's a bit of a clue.
Knock yourself in.
They're really trusting in the Victorian era, aren't they?
Just lock yourself in there and I'll be back.
Yeah. Don't run away.
Good thing, though, interesting.
It is.
Somebody can think of a use for it.
Yeah. How much are they?
I'd sell that for...
It's sell it. Hey!
Here are we.
150.
150. See, that's not bad, is it?
It's a lot of
At
door.
all. It's a lot of door for your money. Can we go somewhere else?
There's nothing Drew loves more than going to where the public aren't allowed. So Stephen takes them to his private storage containers, where he's put some more items he thinks are right up Drew's street.
That's my sort of thing. Very much so. Is this for sale?
Yep.
T.H. Tong, the bakery fitter, Pendleton, Manchester. It's a shame somebody's stripped it badly. It's quite good looking, though, isn't it, really?
Nice Victorian one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Baker's cabinets usually have racks to allow the air to circulate and cool the cakes and confectionery. This one is rare as it has drawers. After significant restoration, it could command around £1,800.
Go on then, hit us with a price for that.
800.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Oof, my word.
16 drawers.
16
Only
drawers, 50 quid a drawer.
I've seen you pull that one as well.
I'd have thought that would be worth well over £1,000 with a bit of work on that. I don't know.
That's what's knocking it for me is the work. Is it needs so much work to make that right.
It's all, I mean, the drawers are all good.
I think it's a £1,500 piece done.
Right.
But I think I'm going to have to spend 400 quid on it to get it right. Because I can't do the work. I'm going to have to give it to somebody to do the work. So I'm going to be £1,200 to it and to try and make 3 before tax. It's not worth it.
So what would you want to give for it?
Half that.
I can't do that.
I can't pay 800. I want to buy it.
I know.
It's very much my sort of thing, but I cannot pay £800 for it.
700, but I can't do it any less. 700, and I'm not making a lot at all. You'll be making more than I will. And I put it in here because I thought you'd like the piece when it came. So you're the first to see it.
I want it, but
I want you to have it.
I can't pay that for it. So I immediately thought, I always, you know, when you look at something and you go, the price is there in your head straight away.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it and went, oh, 400 quid, 450 quid, max. No.
All right.
Damn
Sorry.
it. No, I hate it. I hate it when I have to walk away from something so good.
Nothing to see here.
Six, because I genuinely think I'll get 1,200 quid for it. Done. Because 600 quid, it's not.
I'm making 50 quid. That doesn't seem right somehow, does it?
But I'm going to spend at least 4.
Yeah.
He's got to put it on the van. He's got to put it on the van. That's harsh. That is harsh. I know it's harsh.
We'll do 625. Go on.
Such a lot.
Split in profit.
Such a lot of money for it.
I'm only making wages on it, really. I had to go pick it up and van 2 men and.
I love it, but do I love it that much?
Yeah. Go on. Cheers, you're a good man.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great.
Right, we'll have a cup of tea. Can you get that on the van? See you in a bit. Hang on, tea. Hey.
Like a glove, that.
Just dump it all for now and then. There you go. That gold leaf there. Okay, just these chaps now.
They're very illuminating.
Shed light on the situation.
Just try and keep everyone in the dark, is it?
I think that's us done.
That's great. Smashing.
Thank you,
Very
Stephen.
much. Thank you.
Well pleased with that cake shelf.
Cake shelf.
You've got a cake shelf, I've got a cake shelf, we've got a cake shelf in the back of the van.
After a fruitful trip, Drew and T arrive back at base where the team, including daughter Grace, are waiting to see their wares.
There you go, so what do you think of this?
That's fab.
It's great, isn't it?
Colour's amazing. That's absolutely spot on.
It's great, isn't it? Bakery rack.
It smells of cake as well.
Does it smell of cake?
It really does. It's great.
What do you think of these, Spec?
Yes, it's somebody's mementos, though. It's a bit sad, really.
No.
Isn't it?
Is it a printer's example thing?
Oh, is it?
Just display cases, but I just thought they were lovely. That one's quite cool. That one's really basic.
Yeah.
Like really, really, really basic. 25 quid.
Yeah.
I thought, well, you know, but it can be a cheap way into somebody having one of those
yeah.
lamps.
Yeah.
But that one there, I should imagine it's going to be look at all these caps and everything.
Yeah.
Might be a bit of a pain for you to do that one.
Oh, well.
We'll see how we go.
Ollie gets straight to work on the lamps, but the baker's cabinet has to go off-site, to Alex the French polisher's workshop. Paint stripper is one of the tools of his trade.
When I paint this on, it will take a couple of minutes to really dissolve it, but then when I scrub it, if we give it a second, it will all come straight off. Then we'll just give it a nice simple wax, just to put a bit of a sheen on. Anywhere where we've had to sort of really strip it, where it's gone a little bit too far, we can age up again, just to give it that original, authentic look, really.
Another day and another job Drew has to pick up immediately. He's heard that a junk shop owner is retiring and having a closing down sale, so he needs to get in first. They're making the 4.5-hour journey 200 miles east to Spalding in Lincolnshire.
We've been given a heads up on a guy called Brian Payne, who owns and runs a place called Brian's Trading Post. Now, it's house clearance stuff.
Right.
Problem is with places like this, they're picked over daily.
I'm going to semi-retire up into Scotland, where I'm going to open a military museum, a gift shop and tea room.
I cannot see anything that isn't flat from as far as the eye can see.
Name one truly great mountaineer from Lincolnshire.
Hang on, give us a minute. No. No. Brian's Trading Post.
There we are. Get in here, off the road.
And retirement sale. There you go. Brian?
Hello there.
Drew.
Hi,
Drew,
nice to
pleased
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Pleased to meet you. You're his sidekick.
I am,
take it.
yes.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be.
With so much to look through, Drew wastes no time and heads for the sheds.
Well, I'll leave you to look round there on your own.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Brian's done what I like, which he leaves us alone. I don't like to go to yards and have people sort of following us around and dealers following us around. It's great. He's gone, off you go, lads, have a look. Keep going.
If you're struggling to find stock in this, then I've got no chance really, have I?
No, you can do. You know what sort of thing I'm looking for. It might just be something really obvious that I'm not looking at. Not my bag whatsoever.
Yeah. Although if you got mugs like that small for the lads, they'd have shorter tea breaks. Then.
Too many tea breaks.
Not enough, they'd say.
Souvenir of Wales.
Nice.
Made in England.
There's a laptop for you here, Drew.
Early learning centre.
Yeah, it might be a bit more difficult for you to use, though. Small
Laptops,
child.
even laptops are old-fashioned now.
All right, Brian.
Well, we've been round some of it. There's still
There's a lot more.
There's a lot to see.
Yeah.
There's a lot to see. A lot to see. Where next? We go through here.
Through here, yeah. And this is another building, not as big as the others.
Okay.
It's full of rubbish.
Trade in stock.
Yeah,
trading
Drew
stock,
calls it
yeah.
stock.
I like that.
Yeah, but I haven't got the other drawer for it. What is it?
Just a banker.
Shall I get this out of the way?
Shelf. What's your fault?
What I like about it is I just like the drawers actually.
These drawers were used to file index cards in a Victorian office. Sold individually, they could be worth around £20 each.
So, well, how much is it then?
I'm looking for about 40 quid for it. Yeah.
I think I might just for the drawers maybe. Do something else with the drawers. I don't know. I just think like They're in the kitchen, full of...
So I see the whole thing in the kitchen.
It's in bad nick. 1, 2, 3, 4 that have got all the things on them. Bless them, so. How about 30 quid?
Yeah, go on. You got a deal.
Lovely. Cheers. Yep, we'll have that. We'll just buy them for these.
He can carry it out, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to him before we came in here?
So a little cheap buy, but again, it's something we can have in the shop that isn't a lot of money and somebody can walk out with it, put it in the car, and that's always a good thing to have. Keeps people coming back. It's just that thing of trying to find a needle in a haystack, which is what this is. Like mixtapes. Radio comedy sitcoms, 1987. Remember doing mixtapes?
A long time ago.
Sitting next to Radio 1 when they were doing the top 40 with the 2 buttons.
No, I don't think you ever did that because that would have
It
been
was illegal.
Copyright infringement.
Yes, we
I
weren't
think,
allowed to do that.
Yeah, so we never actually did that.
No.
Trying to get in here.
Yeah. So what's the best thing you ever found when you were doing a clearance?
Actually, it was a First World War gas mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's very unusual because they're made of cloth with 2 glass eyes and a rubber for breathing.
I've seen one. They're quite sort of ghoulish, aren't they? They're very sinister looking.
Very awesome. Yeah.
Anything First World War is becoming very collectible.
It is, yeah.
Hugely.
Yeah.
Hugely. I don't think there's anything in here for us, to be honest.
No problem.
No, I just... There's probably something, but I can't see it right now.
There's no problem.
OK, so I think we've seen everywhere, have we?
I think so. You've been round in a circle twice, so...
I can't tell.
Only twice? It's normally worse, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, basically, that's about it.
That's
yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get loaded up. We're going to get this thing out now, and then we'll pack it up and sort some money out with you.
Yep, OK, no problem.
Oh, taking some weight there.
It must be the cabinet.
Yeah, shove it in the corner, T.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for letting us in.
Hope to see you again.
Yeah.
Who
well,
knows?
Look,
Thank you very much.
another British junk shop gone.
Yep.
We're going to end up with more landfill because there's not blokes like that around. And it just the whole thing really gets my goat, to be honest.
It's a form of recycling as well, really.
It's the oldest and best form of recycling. Antiques are green. It is green to go out and buy antiques. So yeah, a crying shame when you see the end of another junk shop.
The lads press on from Spalding, a further 100 miles south to Watford in Hertfordshire. Drew's heard that a school in a country house has an overspill of original furniture.
We've come to see a lady called Sheila O'Neill. She runs a Montessori school called High Elms, and she's American.
She's the headmistress?
I think so, yeah.
Is she going to shout at you a lot, like you shouted at school?
It is strange. I tried to get out of school, and now I spend a lot of my time trying to get back into them to buy things.
I suggest that he looks in some of the sheds outside. We've got things stored there, and we've got a full cellar of items that we're not using.
The manor was built in 1812 and is a Grade 2 listed Georgian house. Sheila bought the property in 1997 and turned it into a private prep school.
There you go, High Elms Manor. Perfect, look at that beautiful old building.
Drew loves salvaging at schools and country houses, so has high hopes for this visit.
Hello, Sheila.
Oh, yes, how do
Hi,
you do?
I'm Drew, nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
Hi, I'm T.
Hello.
How you doing?
What a wonderful building. It's beautiful. It's my favourite period of building this. There's the proportions of the buildings and the rooms and everything. This looks wonderful, this room. What's this? What's
The
this?
ceremony room.
Okay. I don't know.
Yes, that's Persian, the Prince of Persia's shield, apparently.
It's a wonderful door.
I think it was Lady Bourne, who lived here in the early 20s, who put that in. She was very exotic. She had peacocks out on the lawn, and she wore a snake around her neck when she had dinner parties, a live snake.
Yeah.
Very...
Did the snake get to eat at dinner as well?
Sure it did.
No, it's wonderful. Wonderful.
And the fireplace over here, and...
Unusual tiles.
Yes, they're handmade Persian tiles.
And
yeah, you can see there's remnants of old Carrara marble slips behind here. As usual, I'm enjoying looking around the old building. It's what I love, but I have to go and look for things to buy.
Time to get salvaging. First, Sheila takes Drew and T into her private art studio.
Right, there's some things in here.
Oh, what a lovely room.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you've got this thing you're stood in front of.
Yes, that's an old
Artist
brass.
easel.
Yeah, it moves up and down.
Do you still use this?
No, not really.
I think that is Swiss on the back.
Ah.
Yeah, you can just see it here. So, yeah, J Rapper, Geneva. Super quality, condition's not great. But all the bits are there, which is the important bit. All these little parts.
Brick adds to it. What they call it?
Patina?
Yes. It's got patina.
It's certainly got that. There you go, so that locks. Just
No,
everything, all the
no.
fittings are just
Gosh,
super.
I'm just right height for me now.
There you go.
Our job's done here, Drew.
We'll send you the bill for the restoration.
Yeah.
OK, would you be interested in selling it?
Well, you made it so attractive.
We do that. That's unfortunate. It's part of the job.
This walnut drawing table is designed to be fully adjustable and collapsible, so it can be stored in small spaces. Restored, it could sell for around £900.
I think we're looking at about £150 in this condition.
Yeah. What would it be worth if it was all done up?
Well, I think it needs to have about £400 spent on it.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Can't you just sand it?
No, it's not quite as easy as that. See, the joints are all coming apart on the ends here? See how it doesn't work? It's got some damage down here. This has to be mint condition.
Well, I think, can I say 200?
You could say 200, I'm not going to give you 200.
175?
175. I'd say if we went 165, I'm happy.
All right.
Is that okay? That's maybe mean. 170. 170.
5.
Yeah, okay. So there's money to be made on this. I've got to spend a bit, but it will look remarkable restored. But then it's going to be a tricky one to sell. The quality should out. You should always buy the best you can. And that is a pretty good example of the type. That's fine.
See if it can interest you in anything else now.
Yeah, for sure. Happy with that.
Next up to the outbuilding, which houses furniture overspill from the school.
Here you go, T. Look, you can hardly see the building.
Well hidden.
Ooh. Old tables.
This all looks a bit new for you.
No, it's okay. This bentwood furniture's all right. It's okay if it's sort of well designed. That is well designed, but it's all the wrong size. See how low it is?
Yeah.
It's no good.
It's on the wrong height.
Oh, God, there's nothing here.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Nothing.
Was this an old bomb shelter or something?
Looks like an
Air
air
raid
shelter or
shelter.
something like that. No, it wouldn't be air raid shelter with windows, would it? Don't know
No,
what it
that's
is.
true, actually.
Oh, here you go. Loads of chairs. Fingers crossed.
Oh, they're all looking a bit little again.
These are medium size. Again, needs to have a taller seat than that. Needs to be about 17.5, 18 inches.
A bit too little again.
That is not.
They're all that size as well, by the looks of it.
Might be the odd one at the back, actually. Got to try and get through here.
You all right there?
Yeah, yeah. Just thinking that one at the back, it looks slightly bigger. I'll pass that out to you and just compare it to that other one. I can't really tell.
They all look, I think that's
Can't
about
tell
the same
scale-wise.
again.
Oh, no, it's wrong again.
It's the same height.
Try it next to that other one, T. Is it the same?
Yeah.
Slightly. It's the same.
Yeah.
200 chairs, and none of them any good. Just going to see if there's anything else in the house. None of it's quite right. Difficult. It's part of the job. It's the way it goes. I'll have to go and see if there's anything in the house because we're finding nothing here.
Back in the main house, and there's one last place to rummage around. Sheila lets the salvagers loose in the cellars.
Loads. Pick a room. Lots and lots and lots.
The one we're in to start off with.
Lots and lots and lots. stuff that looks really, really old school,
Right.
old
Hey.
school is what we're after, okay? Old school. There you go. Oh, there you go, like that. Pull that out.
Stool.
Yes, please. That's cool. It's got something. Oh, it's got a footrest on it as well. Industrial. I like the wooden seat and the footrest. Yeah, it's cool. Yep, that's great. Okay, we want that.
So I'll put that at the bottom of the
We want
stairs.
that. What we want to know is there any more? It's a school, so might be more. Unlikely to just be one.
There's not any more in this room.
I'm kidding.
It would
Oh,
appear.
just one more would be good. You found another one?
No, just have a look in this corner. I can't see anything.
This old leather case is quite cool too. I think the condition's against it again though.
Okay, ready?
Mothballs. Oh. That stinks. Good old case though. Is that worth bothering with? No. Just got another mouthful of. It's just a decent big leather case, but it's beaten to hell and it's missing its handles and straps and things like that. So you want, with any luggage, you're always looking for the real quality.
Right.
And it's worth a lot of money when you find good stuff. That's nearly there. So it's nearly there, but it's also pretty badly damaged.
Right.
So no,
not
leave it.
quite there.
No. Too much work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's buying something that needs work and is not going to be the best ever.
I know about too much work. I think you've probably seen too much work.
I've witnessed a lot of work.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
No.
Nout.
With no more bounty to be found, the boys head upstairs to report back to Sheila.
Hello.
Aye.
We didn't find a lot.
Oh.
So yeah, all we found was this one little industrial stool. Could I buy this one?
Yeah, of course.
Stools like this would have been used by a designer working at a drafting table. Perfect for contemporary kitchens, it could sell for up to £150.
I'm thinking £25.
Fine.
That's about fair.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Deal?
Yeah, yeah, deal.
Happy?
Yes.
Okay. Right, we'll take that. Well, no, T will take that.
Yeah.
There you go. £25. She's happy with that. It's probably a lot more than she'd expect to get for something like that. But any tall stools like that I can get, particularly if I've got sets of them, sell really well. One is one, that's okay. Sets are better, but one, I'll take one. I think that's us done.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
Nice meeting
Thank
you.
you. And
Strange collection of stuff we bought today, but still, the house, beautiful.
Yeah,
And
amazing.
thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye then.
Bye. Throw this at the top.
Perfect. I love the stool. I absolutely love the stool. Such a basic piece, cheap piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Just great looking though, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
right
it does look
proportions.
really
You
nice.
know.
So another road trip has paid off, and it's back to Wales to share their gems with the team.
There you go. One. Only one. These two came from
Mine's back.
High Elms Manor in Watford. That's right, isn't it?
Great.
£175
Fine.
for that, 25 quid. I
I rather like this.
I prefer that to that.
Yeah.
Right, it looks like rubbish,
Yep.
feels like rubbish,
Yep.
is a bit rubbish. He took a punt on it. It
Right.
was 30 quid, right? But what I thought was, forget that, these, polish them all up. Singly, sell them in the shop, 25 quid each.
Yeah.
Yeah?
To move new stock as quickly as possible, handyman John gets started straight away on the drawers from Brian's trading post.
I'm just applying some antique pine wax
then I'm gonna polish it up after that. See, it'll give it a nice finish.
Now they're ready for the showroom. Restorer Gavin gets to work on the stool. Once again, paint stripper works magic.
But you can see it's been a few colours over the years. It's been red, it's been green, it's been white. It'll be nice when it's finished. You always leave the odd little bit, just to, you don't want it looking too new. Drew doesn't like it like that, so.
3 hours later, and it's ready to go up on the website.
Bit different.
Wow, well done.
That's
fantastic, actually.
Drew was quite taken with this chair. The wood against the really burnished steel, quite masculine, his cup of tea. I think we might be trying it out at home until it sells.
And Alex, the French polisher, brings back the restored baker's cabinet from Oaks Antiques for Drew's inspection.
This is actually my particular favourite antique in the shop at the moment.
Really?
Yeah. It's an antique that smells of cake.
Cake antique?
It's a cake antique.
You should double your money on that easy.
It's got to be worth 1,800 quid to somebody in that state. It looks like it's been used for years, and it looks like it hasn't been restored, which is exactly what we wanted. So perfect, very, very pleased with that job, beautiful. I've met some new contacts, I've bought some wonderful things. As ever in this business, it can be a bit hit or miss. This week has turned out really well.